Now, today is International Women's Day, so I've released my videos early this week so I can tell you two of the books that I'm reading at the moment. I'm wearing my book recommendation dress, it has books on it. I'm actually reading a novel at the moment, which is quite normal for me, and I'm also reading a non-fiction book, which is something that I do less frequently. I haven't finished either of those books, which you can see, the bookmarks are still in. But the novel that I'm reading is called Expectation, and it's by Anna Hope. I'm reading it for the Zoom book club that I'm involved in. I'll just read you a little bit that it says on the back, just to give you a clue as to what it's about. So it says, Expectation is a story of the highs and lows of friendship. It's about finding your way as a mother, a daughter, a wife, a rebel. Most of all, it explores that liminal space between expectation and reality in which we all live our lives. It says this will resonate with approximately 99% of women. And I must say, it is very close to the bone for me. This is an adult book. The protagonists are around 34, 35, 36 for most of the book, which is around the age I am. But I would highly recommend it. It's very to the point, perfect for International Women's Day. The other book that I'm going to recommend, the non-fiction book, is called Ladies Who Punch by Yasmin Alibhai-Brown. And this book is about 50 trailblazing women whose stories you should know. My mum bought me this book for Christmas, and at first I thought, non-fiction, but I love it. I haven't finished it, as you can see, I'm about a third of the way through, but I think it's really powerful. So you've got 50 fairly short chapters about women throughout history. I say throughout, the first person that we hear about is Mary Wollstonecraft, and then we follow a lot of the women up to the present day, so people who are shaking things up. Now, one of the great things about this book is these women aren't necessarily perfect. In fact, probably none of them are perfect. Some of them have been rebellious, many of them have been rebellious actually, some of them badly behaved, some of them are actually quite contentious as well, and that's why I particularly respect this book, because it's saying you might not like these women, you might not necessarily like what they stood for, but you should still have heard of them and sort of pay a respect to what it is that they've done or what they were trying to achieve. Now, if some of you, obviously this is aimed at adults as well, but I think it's quite readable. Teenagers could definitely handle this. Not to insult you, obviously, you could handle lots of adult books. But some of you might be thinking, well, I'm a boy, am I really interested in reading about women's history in this way? And to that I would probably say, think how many history lessons that women have had to sit through, where we listen for hours on end to whatever it is that men have been doing for the last few centuries, good and bad. So for that reason, yes, I do think that you should pay attention to women's history, just as we pay attention to men's history. These stories are very important, whether or not you agree with everything that these ladies have been up to.